Good afternoon. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. We are getting the garden still prepped for everything. As you all know, pests are a big problem, and one of those pests that we have, believe it or not, in town are deer. Um, Let me see if I can give you perspective. This is my backyard, and just through there, straight back, are my neighbor's yards. And then there's just a wooded ravine. And that runs quite a distance through the neighborhoods. Where I'm at, we do not have through streets. It's kind of a cul-de-sac-y type of area. So there's a lot of wooded areas and old trees, and we do have deer that like to come through here. And they like everything that comes green in the spring. They have plowed through my strawberries last year when I uncovered them from all the leaves. So I need to get to my strawberries. You've heard me talk about the strawberries. I need to get to the strawberries, so I'm trying to get my deer deterrent up before I get to uncover my strawberries. So what I'm going to do today is cut up some ivory soap, put it in some organza bags, and then hang it on my little trellisy, they're just small stakes, about 2 foot tall stakes. And I'll show you those in a little bit, but we're going to cut up some soap. What I did is went to like Dollar General or Dollar Store and stocked up on the big 10 size bar family packs for a few dollars. And what I'm going to do is cut up some ivory soap and put them in these organza type bags that I don't even know how many were in here, but I got them off of Amazon. Again, not very expensive. And I just hang them off the little stakes that I have in the front, or around my garden, which is in the front yard. I went to our local nursery, and they were telling me about a deer deterrent and showed me these little hotel-sized pieces of soap they had, and said basically it was ivory soap, and that they had had great success with it in deterring deer with it. So for me, this has worked really, really well. I am in town though, and it is a very close space comparatively to being in the country or more rural where you have more land space. So I don't know how well this would work. But this is essentially what I did last year, and man, it really seemed to work for me here. After the initial scourge of getting my strawberries, I never had any more problems after I put these around my yard. The soap is dried out. I bought this pack last year. That's why it's crumbling so bad. When it's a little fresher, it won't crumble quite so bad. I never noticed before I got the bags and hung them. I did just kind of sprinkle pieces of soap along the edges of my garden, and that seemed to bother at least the lettuces that I had them near, and the spinach was not real happy with it. But once I put it up in the air, I didn't seem to notice it bothering my plants at all after that. So I'm going to sit here and fill up my bags, and then I'll show you how I hang them out on the stakes here after I get all done with this. I just wanted to jump back on here real quick and show you that when they're not as dried out, it doesn't shred as bad as it did. I can get about 6-ish good-sized chunks out of a bar, and that's what I'm using. These are not huge bars. Kind of got big hands, but they're not huge bars, but you can break that up into about 6, like I said, 6 goodish chunks. I need to fill up roughly 50 bags for the space that I have. So I'm not going to probably go through everything I have, in with my packs of soap, because I can, like I said, I can get 6 bags per bar. So just wanted to jump in real quick and show you that. See you in a few. So I finished making all my bags. This is one of my bags from last year, so you can see that and this thing has been out all year round, so, or all through the winter and everything. So you can see the soap doesn't dissolve real fast, and the bag itself is in pretty good condition. Some of my bags are a little rough because of blowing in the wind against the little stakes, kind of abraded the back of it, so there was like holes beginning in that. But otherwise, they do pretty good for just a little organza bag. I'll have to show you the party that's going on in my yard. This is my side bed. I defined the edges of it yesterday, so that's why it looks more square. But yeah, I have got the party going on in my yard with all these little looking party favors. I've got them all the way around. I added some along the driveway this year to see if I can deter the deer, because believe it or not, there are some hostas along the edge of that, but I think the deer finally ate them so that they cannot make it. And here's what this little stake looks like that I picked up at Dollar General. It's just a little shepherd's hook. About 2.5 feet tall or so. And I just hang them on that. Voila, deer deterrent.